Hello guys, this is another Empires video. As you can see, I have brought back the Ottoman Empire. One second, I gotta fix this scroll. I've brought back the Ottoman Empire, and they will in fact have just as advanced in technology or like modern technology as the other powers. Because I'm just going to assume that Italy never attacks Libya. Say the prime minister successfully convinces the populace not to attack Libya, because I forgot his name, but I believe he said something similar to this. He said, quote, we took a desert and called it a victory. I believe that's what he said about Libya. And I also assume that Britain did not do meddling in Egypt, or the Egyptian rebellion failed. And I'll also assume that because Italy never invaded Libya, the Balkan Wars never happened. So the pre-Balkan Wars map is still here. I've been deciding whether I should add the Ottoman vassal state of Bulgaria, because there's two Bulgarias until the Second Balkan War. So yeah, now some things the Ottoman Empire will do. First things first, they want to conquer Tunisia again, and so let me color them red. Pow. What the heck? Okay, there we go. Problemo solved. So anyway, the Ottoman Empire over here. Its first goal is to invade Tunisia. So the Ottoman forces will cross the border of Tunisia. Wait, like this. The Ottoman forces will enter southern Tunisia like that and start pushing further and further up before they land in the city of Tunis, aka modern-day Carthage, and cause Tunisia to capitulate. The peace deal is just going to be very simple: full annexation. Whereas the Ottomans want those sweet old land back. Wait, why isn't Hejaz part of the Ottoman Empire? Anyway, problem solved. So next, the Ottomans will attack Greece, because they're one of their many rivals, and 2, they want the Aegean Islands back, and 3, they want the old territories back. So yeah. They will of course easily capture the island of Crete, like that, Rhodes, and the Greek Aegean Islands. So yeah. Now on the main front, it mainly stalls a little bit until the Ottomans do a massive counter-offensive. And I will assume here that the Ottoman empires did massive improvements, because say the Young Turks get crude, whereas the Young Turks were an incredibly flawed political system, in my opinion. So in order to make Ottoman Empire an empire, or more actually an even bigger empire, we just chucked the Young Turks out the window. So yeah. Anyway, the Ottoman Empire will continue pushing through the mountains before the Greeks do a last stand in Athens, and the Ottoman Empire is forced to do a naval invasion of the Peloponnese Peninsula, which goes quite well, capturing the very south of it, like that. So the Ottoman Empire continues pushing up, eventually leaking off the naval invasion. So now Greece is mainly just holding in Athens until the shore bombardment completely capture the city of Athens. So yeah, now after that they're going to be doing a last stand in Corinth, but it's futile as the naval invasion successfully captures Corinth and causes the complete capitulation of Greece. And again, full annexation. So yeah. Now the Ottoman Empire looks southeast to the Arab Peninsula. they believe that they should try and invade and conquer all this land along with Cyprus. So their first target is Cyprus, and I'm not even going to do a worse scenario. What do you expect? Cyprus is incredibly weak. So the Ottoman Empire successfully captured Cyprus. The only reason why Cyprus was not captured by the Ottomans was because Great Britain owned it. Now that Great Britain relinquished its claims, its ownership of Cyprus, it does not own it anymore. So yeah. Anyway, the Ottoman Empire will be blitzing Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, and Bahrain, especially since they're so weak. After the Ottoman Empire took all of Saudi Arabia's southern coast, so now the Ottoman Empire gets so much money from the fact that they own the Suez. So it's quite easy to fund the military endeavors. And they also declare war on Yemen because they want to control this key strait into the Red Sea and dominate the Red Sea. So yeah. Anyway, skirmishes in the desert will of course start with the Ottoman Empire pushing incredibly far, immediately capitulating Kuwait and all of northern Saudi Arabia, while the front stalls in the south as the Yemeni mountains down south, like in this corner, successfully blocked the red team. So the red team launches little raids into bordering provinces of the south in order to try and capitulate Saudi Arabia and capture Riyadh, which I believe is like right over here. Right here where the red spot is. So yeah. Now with this slightly bigger force, with a slightly bigger front line, they are able to push a little bit into the Yemeni mountains. Oman and the UAE, fearing another blitz like that, will also join the war. Persia is just chilling there because they think that once Turkey exhausts itself, the Ottoman Empire exhausts itself against the Arabs, they will capture the Caucasus and blitz through the Arabs, conquering Mesopotamia, the Levant, and the Nile, aka the Fertile Crescent. So yeah. They're basically using the Soviet plan in World War II, just to wait for the Allies and the Germans to wear each other out and then sweep through Europe. So, yeah, after capturing the north, they easily capture Qatar. Anyway, I'm back, guys. So now the Ottoman forces start pushing into Abu Dhabi, into the city of Abu Dhabi and Dubai. So now the Ottoman Empire can seize all the Dubai chocolate. It's Labubu. I don't want to say it. The Dubai chocolate Labubu matcha coffee latte. I do not want them to say that. So yeah. So yeah. Now, after the capturement of Dubai and the Dubai chocolate factories, the UAE surrenders along with Qatar and Bahrain. Did I already forget? Did I say that? I'm having dementia. Currently, the Saudis are pushing up with the biggest fight as they push down south in an attempt to capture the Hejaz and. Well, no, Hejaz is in the Levant. I mean Mecca and Medina. So yeah. They will successfully. Well, so bad geography down here. I'll just refer to it as Mecca. So anyway, the Saudis is try and push to Mecca and Medina with spearheads, successfully encircling some small army groups. So yeah, the Saudis push back, and the Yemenis is after a while they'll finally have to deal with the consequences of a civil war. So South Yemen declares independence from North Yemen. So yeah, and the Ottomans do not care. They still declare war on them. So I can't speak English. On South Yemen, after this massive blow, the Ottomans believe all they need to do is capture the city of Aden, which they do, capitulating Yemen. So yeah, now they start pushing into South Yemen and pushing into the little tip right there, Huapao, along with pushing north, swing around north. Oh yeah, I forgot to give South Yemen these unimportant islands, but I might as well just give it to Somalia. I'll just say that due to the massive war in over here, Somalia just steals the islands. So yeah, after all, they have Somali pirates, so the pirates just raid and steal the islands. So yeah, Saudi Arabia, attempting to liberate North Yemen, will push into the north of Yemen, like that. So yeah. Now, after a while of fighting, the Ottoman Empire just does a spearhead to all the victory points and ends up capitulating South Yemen. So yeah, now it's Muscat and Riyadh versus Istanbul or Constantinople. So yeah. So anyway, they immediately try and do a spearhead to Riyadh to attempt to close the pocket, which they successfully do, successfully capturing a massive port and capitulating Saudi Arabia. So now it's the city of Muscat versus everything else. What did you expect? You expect the Oman to have it on. So anyway, here's what's going to happen. First things first, total annexation of Kuwait, just guaranteed, because they need that Persian Gulf coast, because they don't want to have that tiny Iraqi coast. So yeah, then there will be a massive Persian coast as the Ottomans will take that, along with the UAE and northern Oman. So yeah, this is what's going to happen, and Yemen has to seize its control over the south. So yeah, this is the new borders. We're gonna snip it and snip it. So yeah, well, I still need to go snip it because some parts of the ocean have leniency. So to the colors, so like they were like same enough. So yeah, £4, and then £4, and then £4. So yeah, these are the new borders, and I forgot to mention cut this and cut this. So yeah, there you go, new borders of the Middle East, which guarantee another war. So yeah, but who really cares, especially with the Ottomans? Because look, they just get so much land. It's free too, so they don't really care that much. So yeah, new borders of the Middle East. After that, the Ottoman Empire will start its expansion into the Caucasus. Now, Russia will step up and invade the Georgia, like they have done. One second. I need to add in all the little islands and peninsulas for Russia. And can't forget about Sakhalin Island. And course the many Arctic islands. So yeah, now Russia declares war on Georgia, and then Turkey, the Ottoman Empire, not Turkey anymore, will invade Armenia and Azerbaijan. So yeah, so Russia of course will occupy South Ossetia. So they will immediately occupy this area and also South Ossetia, these two areas. I forgot which one's South Ossetia and the name of the other one. But then Turkey captures Tbilisi, which causes the capitulation of Georgia. So the peace treaty of Georgia would basically be something like Russia gets the very north of Georgia, while the Ottomans get the south. So yeah, using their newly found territories, they launched raids into Azerbaijan and into the north, along with capturing Armenia and immediately capitulating them. Oh yeah, I forgot to give Russia this part. So yeah, mainly it's a blitz, but shockingly, Azerbaijan puts up the biggest fight. So Russia ends up having to support Turkey. So sorry, the Ottoman Empire. Anyway, Russia. There is tensions though. After all, Turkey did in fact take Armenia, which was a valuable ally of Russia. So mainly Turkey pushes from the east and Russia pushes from the north, and eventually the Ottoman Empire successfully captures Azerbaijan. So yeah, here's going to be the peace treaty. So Azerbaijan and northern provinces will go to Russia along with Georgia. So I need to go snip. Sorry, wrong color. I need to go snip and then snip and then snip and snip. Okay, and then pow. So yeah, Russia will get this and also will also get northern Azerbaijan, and this is what Turkey will get. Snip and then snip and then snip, snip. So and then snip and snip, snip, snip. So yeah. What? Ow! So anyway, yeah, this is the peace treaty of the Caucasus. Oh my gosh, and pay for dealing with all the Arctic islands of Russia. Yeah. Okay, everything's gone. So after that, after Turkey secures the Baku oil fields, the Ottoman Empire will now do a blitz of the south of all the non-EU member states in order to get more land, and because they do not want to mess around with NATO. So yeah, Montenegro and Bulgaria capitulate quickly, as Montenegro is small and Sofia is literally right here. Bulgaria will instantly capitulate once Sofia is captured. After all, they have so little major cities. So anyway, Serbia will put up a massive fight to try and hold up against hold up against the Ottoman forces, while Bosnia will do a very small counteroffensive because Bosnia and Herzegovina is quite weak. So yeah, and Russia now cooperates with the Ottoman Empire instead of Serbia because the Ottoman Empire looks like a better choice for Balkan ambitions. Once Belgrade has been spearheaded and captured, Serbia capitulates, and the Ottoman Empire pushes back. So now it's just how much time does it take to run to Sarajevo? Not quite quick, as after an encirclement of the Bosnian army, and pushed down, they captured Sarajevo and capitulated Bosnia and Herzegovina. Now here's how it's going to work. So now the Ottoman Empire will basically annex everything except for Vojvodina. They will let independent Serbia just chill in Vojvodina. But it is in fact their puppet. So yeah, now the Ottoman Empire will of course annex Bulgaria, Montenegro, so there you go. So the Ottoman Empire annexes all of that and puppets Vojvodina. Now, the Ottoman Empire, after a while, decides to I forgot to mention they vassalize all these states in the south. So now, now the Ottoman Empire turns its head west and plans to launch a massive invasion of North Africa, declaring war on Algeria, Mauritania, Mali, Niger, Chad, and South Sudan. Just Sudan, not South Sudan. So Sudan's right there. So in a massive blitz, it's in a shocking blitz. It's because Algeria wasn't prepared for another Arab state to go head on, and they immediately push into Algeria and quickly capture Algeria. But Morocco, supported by America, is getting much supplies, so they're able to hold off from all the Ottoman attacks on Casablanca. So the Ottomans' real empire. After that, the Ottomans plan, and if they win the North African campaign, to invade Iberia. After Iberian spy is discovered, Spain and Portugal join, but Europe does not join because technically Spain and Portugal are in fact aggressors. So because of it, France, Britain, Germany, Poland, Ukraine, and all the other EU states will not in fact join in to. No, Ukraine isn't even part of the EU. Sorry. It's believed to be a member soon. So after that, it's massive shock. The Ottoman Empire is in fact invades the Balearic Islands. Pound? So I would say 2. They invade the Balearic Islands and they launch a invasion of southern Spain in Valencia. So humiliating the Spanish power, as even a country across the whole Mediterranean and still beats Spain. So after all these coups and collapse in governments in Chad, Niger, and Mali, because I remember that the 3 coup governments, Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso, literally got couped really recently. I don't remember as well, I have dementia. and Sudan just lost South Sudan. So because of it, it's really easy for the Ottoman forces to push into Sudan, Chad, Niger, Mali, and most of Mauritania, and they are even able to push into the Western Sahara. Pow. So wait, Hua Pow, and then Hua Pow, something like that. So anyway, Hua Pow. Did I mess something up? Yeah, there's small pixel gap. So anyway, Hua Pow. Is there one? So anyway, after this massive war, some guys break. Niger is the first one to completely collapse. After that, after a massive counteroffensive through Niger, aka a massive spearhead in the south, kind of like this, and then pushing down south to Mali's important cities, and then yet Mali cannot do anything. Mali completely collapses. Then finally Mauritania collapses, is after much of their important stuff is captured. So wait, need to fix some borders. After, and then now the Ottomans' goal after capitulating Mali, Niger, and Mauritania is to focus on capturing Khartoum and southern Chad. So these guys end up starting to follow the Nile and then push into the split and eventually get Khartoum. Capture Khartoum, and especially because of the Sudanese Civil War, a bunch of breakaway states in Darfur that are Arabs, not Christians, that support the Ottoman regime break away, and which causes Sudan's complete collapse. And now that Chad's completely encircled, Chad capitulates finally. Now it's Morocco, Spain, and Portugal against everybody, and then Morocco capitulates, and then a southern invasion of the Iberian Peninsula ends up working and even captures Lisbon, which is really good for the Ottoman forces. So after this, Portugal and Spain are forced to broker peace. So here's how the peace is going to work in Iberia. So what's going to happen is all of Spain's Mediterranean coastline is completely eaten up, but Spain still owns Madrid. It's right over here, and they still own the colonies. While for Portugal, they lose all their southern areas, and Portugal can't even fight, so they are forced to become a vassal, because if Lisbon's even captured, then they're cooked. After Portugal becomes a vassal, the Ottomans force Spain to give up Galicia, basically completely crippling Spain's Atlantic plans. So yeah, basically without Galicia, Spain's kinda cooked. So yeah, because now they can only have access to the Bay of Biscay. Wait, wrong. And then pow, and then time to draw the border. Sorry guys that it's taking so long. Anyway, I'll give some tidbits. I remember having my pet cat literally climb on the roof. I do not know how, but I literally had to help my pet cat get off the roof. So yeah. Anyway, these are the new borders of Iberia. Now, what about the North African states? Spain, Algeria, and Morocco will be insta-annexed. Insta-annexed almost immediately. Along like that. And cut this off. Cut this off. So yeah, Spain and Morocco and Algeria are instantly annexed. They form a massive Arab unity. And then next things next, almost all of the Saharan provinces of all the northern countries are forced to be given up. Like that. And then and then so and then the rest of them will become vassals. So yeah, and then Spain is just going to be back in business. So yeah, I'm going to end it here, and goodbye, peace out, and whatever you say. This is the Spanish Empire, not the Spanish Empire, the Ottoman Empire. So yeah, goodbye.